Hi guys, and welcome back to my channel. I'm so glad that you are all here. And I'm so glad that I'm coming back today with a new pick a card reading. I have not done one of these in a while. Well, it feels like I haven't done it in a while. So for today's reading, we are going to be getting advice from my higher self to you. So I'm just going to be giving you advice on, I don't really know, anything I guess. It's just maybe some general advice or maybe some really specific advice that you need to hear. And there might be someone in your life that also needs advice as well. So I just want to put in this little reminder here that to check on your friends. If you have someone who's on your mind, who you've been thinking about recently, give them a little message, check in, see how they're doing, because you just never know what's going on in their lives. Yeah, just pause this video for a second, send your friend a quick little message being like, hey, what's up, how are you, because it can make such a big difference to their lives. Also, really quick, happy Pride Month. Obviously, I'm a queer woman, so it's a nice month to raise awareness for all the queer issues that still exist. Yeah, I just want to give a shout out to all my queer followers or people who've just appeared on this reading, that this space and community is a very inclusive, open space, and I want everyone to feel comfortable here. So happy Pride Month. So if you guys are looking for some advice, let me go ahead and show you the options that I have for you today. Before we begin, please do remember this is a general reading, so only take what resonates and leave the rest behind, because you are not the ugly stepsister. Please do not force that shoe onto your foot. So here are the 4 options that I have for you today. I will give you a nice close-up of each one, but starting off over here with option number 1, we have rose quartz. Then with option number 2, we have tiger's eye. For option number 3, we have citrine. And for option number 4, we have blue howlite. Okay, I want you guys now to take a deep breath in and out, and ask yourself which of these options has a message for you. And I will see you at your reading. Hi, option number 1, welcome to your reading. I have already pre-pulled oracle cards and some tarot cards as well, because let's get straight into this. Let's not take too much time. Option number 1, those of you chose the rose quartz here. Okay, so I'm gonna leave some of those oracle cards to a little bit later on, but I do want to have a look at this wild unknown archetype card to see kind of what the overall theme is, or the main gist of this advice is. I don't know how long this video is going to be, but well, let's just see what we got. So for you guys, we have Eros. Just notice this like a image of lips with a little diamond inside. I don't think I've ever had this card before, and I've been using this deck a lot, so just kind of taking in everything. Okay, let's take a look at your oracle card. Your tarot cards even. So you guys had the 9 of Cups reversed, the Page of Swords reversed, kind of hearing to put it upright for now, so I'll leave that upright. The Queen of Swords, sword energy, and also the Hierophant as well. Interesting. I'm feeling a bit of like something to do with kind of leveling up in a way, just because we're going from the Page of Swords to the Queen of Swords for one, and then we do also have the Hierophant here as well, which is also quite a logical leader. Sorry, I just need to sneeze. You have quite logical energy here, as in it's not really in touch with the emotions so much, especially with the 9 of Cups being in reverse as well, the only cup card here. But it is very grounded I'm feeling very Taurusy energy, so that some of you guys could have Taurus placements or 8th house placements. No, sorry, 2nd house placements. That was a slip of the tongue. So maybe some of you guys do have strong 8th house placements, which would be more Scorpionic energy, but whatever. Oh, okay. But it's funny because I'm seeing the clouds in the background of these two cards, and I just heard head in the clouds. Heads in the cloud. So there is a message here about dreaming, envisioning. Because with the Hierophant, there is a feeling of bringing your spiritual knowledge into the material world, of becoming a spiritual leader or teacher, but you're bringing it to like the everyday person with these two people down here. I'm going to try and intuitively get as much as I can from this Eros card, but because I've never had it before, I actually don't know the whole description of it, so I will have that look up. I will look that up in a little minute. But with that diamond being in its mouth, the imagery here basically, it makes me feel of something very precious, holding something very precious. And this could be knowledge to do with you guys, that you guys hold a very precious, how would you say this? The knowledge that you hold is very precious. It's like, don't be fickle with it. Don't be, not immature with it, but like almost don't throw it away. Right, let's look up this Eros card very quickly. So I've just had a thought as I'm looking at this card where I'm like, how have I never thought of that before? I was just kind of scrolling for this message here because I have an online version of the guidebook, and I was just thinking about something. I'm like, how have I never thought of that before? So again, there's kind of like these ideas coming through of, it's like inspiration. You guys feel like you're in an energy of discovering things, of knowing more. It's funny because I almost feel like you guys aren't actually usually quite logical, or maybe you're not like an air sign, because I don't feel that strongly here. Some of you could be, but you also could have more so water placements or something like that, where it leads you to be quite dreamy, quite heads in the clouds, especially because this Queen of Swords has a butterfly crown around her, which is like, you know, gives very flighty and almost mystical in nature. And then it gave me the imagery of cartoons and how, like, when they bump themselves, they get those little birds around their head. So again, something like, I don't even feel like there's necessarily a need to ground yourself. Strange message here. Maybe it's almost the advice here is about bringing logic to your thoughts, or like grounding your thoughts. Like with the Hierophant here, he's bringing spiritual knowledge into the material realm, into the 3D, which usually struggles to take in those messages. That's why Pisces placements being in the 12th house, they are so good at taking in these kind of mystical, spiritual insights and expanding in that way, but they kind of lack the balance of the material world, if that makes sense. They're always trying to escape in some way. That's kind of like a blanket statement. Obviously, not every Pisces is like that, but the energy of Pisces is like that. So here, it feels like there's a message of balance, of intertwining one with the other. Hopefully I can start making more sense. It's almost like the struggle I'm having here of trying to explain how, or maybe the essence of a tarot reader is to kind of bring forth messages that they see or hear or feel, but don't necessarily materially exist, and translate it in a way where it can make sense for people who maybe can't so easily see, hear, and feel things that don't right now exist. Did that make any sense at all? But I just keep getting brought back to this Hierophant energy here. Okay, interesting. But it's funny because Eros energy is actually kind of like Taurus energy, which is the same as the Hierophant here, which is also Venusian. So I'm not sure if there's a Venus transit happening, something like that. But you might want to look at your Venus and what that's doing as well in terms of astrologically. Okay, so Eros is love and desire, eroticism and sensuality. Though Eros can be depicted as unbridled sexuality and eroticism, a more contemplative understanding of this archetypal energy leads us to the root of desire itself. What do we long for? Why are we awakened by love? What makes us hesitant in the face of intimacy? Eros reconnects us with the primal longing to merge with another human being. Nature, music, art, plants, food, or anything that we perceive we are separate from. Eros allows us to momentarily unite. Our hearts embrace otherness, and in doing so we further understand our own. Our life force awakens. This card reveals an inevitable initiation into love's labyrinth. You may find yourself swirling in a new territory of desire and sensuality. Explore the labyrinth with a curious and honest heart, and remember, the way is circuitous. You're always being led towards its center. That Plato reminds us that Eros can be experienced as platonic love. It is activated when we witness beauty and truth in the world, when our barriers soften. Okay. The barriers soften takes me straight to the Queen of Swords here. Ever since I sneezed, I feel so friggin' bonged up now. Goodness me. Okay. So, the kind of bringing together of things you feel disconnected from. Again, that's kind of, I think, what I was trying to say with this Hierophant energy here. You're trying to... Maybe some of you guys have been going through quite a spiritual experience. And I know I found, especially when I went through like a whole kind of a spiritual awakening, yada, yada, yada. I kind of struggled to recenter myself back into the real world, back into the just like kind of the mundane everyday things. Even connecting again with people or friends, I was just like, nothing feels normal, nothing feels important anymore, as significant as what I know now, or as significant as all the experiences all the things I've been experiencing. And it's almost like, okay, so how am I supposed to now live in this world? It's almost as if I don't know, I'm trying to think of a movie example where someone has been to an alien world or something like that. Let me think, what's an example of this in a film? Okay, this is a really weird example, but if any of you guys have watched Human Resources on Netflix, there's an episode where a love bug falls in love with a human. And obviously these hormone things, they're not meant to be seen because they're not meant to be seen by other humans and stuff like that. And the person who ends up falling in love with the love bug is a doula, and often a doula embodies quite a spiritual person. So it's almost like this person with this spiritual capability was able to see beyond the everyday, beyond the mundane. And she was able to see this love bug. And then once she felt this level of love, it's almost like feeling the love of spirit guides or God or deities or something like that. Like once you experience that, it's almost like humans or the everyday can't give me that. So why would I want to be here? Not in like a very sorry, not to trigger anyone, but not in like a very almost in like an existential way, like going through a bit of an existential crisis, right? That's as best as I could do it. So I feel like maybe you guys are trying now to figure out how you can blend these two worlds together so that you can live in the everyday as presently as possible, not being closed off to possible experiences. Let's get some clarifiers. Do I want these as clarifiers? I think I do. Okay. Babe, how much I love you, boy. I just can't let you go. Okay. Whenever a song comes to me when I'm like in the midst of channeling or whatever, I'm doing a reading, I feel like it will relate to the pile, so I will just mention it. I don't know what the title of the song is called, but it's the one that's like, so I'll put the song here and I'll link it down below. And I have not listened to that song in a hot minute, so that's definitely for some of you guys. So maybe some of you guys are feeling a pull to a partner or a love or something like that, and you're possibly trying to distract yourselves. Possibly you're trying to close yourself off to this, but it's trying to connect you to, again, something deeper. Like, it is possible to connect to, especially if you've had that spiritual experience, which I was kind of explaining before. Yeah, it's possible to have a connection, a deeper connection with someone. It's like a new experience, and humans are, our lives is about experiencing things. So yeah, it's like, don't be closing yourself off to possible experiences, because that's what life is about. You actually have the 9 of Wands underneath the deck as well, at the bottom of the deck. Oh, that was close. I do not want these to fall. Right, okay. That Hangman has showed up a little bit as well, so that could be something. Gosh, okay, let's get some clarifiers now, because I'm getting very much sidetracked. So the 9 of Cups, please, can you clarify that for those who chose Rose Quartz for this advice? So that was the 10 of Wands coming out here in reverse. Clarify the Page of Swords, please. Oh, Wheel of Fortune. Clarify the Queen of Swords here, please. King of Wands reversed. Clarify the Hierophant here, please. Ooh, interesting. The Tower card. I want a more clarify. The High Priestess, which is very funny because every time I looked at the Hierophant, I just felt the High Priestess. I was feeling the High Priestess. And sometimes I hate when I don't say it, because I'm like, they're gonna think I'm bullshitting, but I promise, guys. Anyway, so you had the High Priestess and the 10 of Cups also for the Tower card here. Yeah, that really just, I feel like that is clarifying that experience you might have had where things just started to not make sense. Or they started to make sense, but it also meant that the material world didn't make sense. The spiritual world started making sense with the High Priestess here, because she is the knower of the hidden realm. She knows how to get in touch with it. She holds the secrets, which is funny. I'm sure I heard something precious. That's what I said here. She holds the secrets. And I feel like this did affect your level of emotional fulfillment. Maybe it changed what you considered to be fulfilling in your life, if that makes sense. So previously, maybe you felt very comfortable with a job where you just kind of could get by and you could afford what you could afford, but it wasn't really a big deal what you were doing. But then after this whole kind of awakening or experience that you had, you were like, actually, I want more for myself, and I want to have a job that I love, and it doesn't matter how much I can get paid because I love what I'm doing, and that's more important to me. Like, I feel like maybe something changed the expectations for yourself, and then also for others, and then also what you considered fulfillment and happiness. I do think there is a bit of a lack of confidence here when it comes to expressing yourself, or maybe it's expressing your passions or desires now. So here, the emotional unsatisfaction is kind of clarifying that energy and releasing that. Clarify the Nine of Cups again, please. Tell me more about this energy for... Which is funny because I spoke about career, so that example really could have been career for some of you guys. With this Eight of Pentacles here. Reflecting on the past, on your past experiences and how they influence what you spend your time working on. For the Eight of Pentacles, it's like he spends a lot of time on this skill because it's something that he enjoys doing. It's something that he's good at. And it's almost as if previously as well, if you were kind of taking into consideration everyone else's wants and needs before your own, now it's about following your own passions, your own desires, speaking up for yourself as well with the Queen of Swords and the Page of Swords here, about making a change through how you communicate, through your communication, I want to say actually. The Emperor. There are so many strong figures in your reading. The High Priestess, the Hierophant, the Queen of Swords, the King of Swords, the Emperor. You've got a mixture of masculine and feminine energies here. So taking control of your decisions, of your life. And then that's Aries energy again, which is that passion, it's that drive. Aries is very independent. It doesn't want to listen to what everyone else is doing or what they're telling them they should do. They just want to do what they want to do. And I think it's about you guys embodying that energy a lot more. Even the Queen of Swords is kind of like that as well. Like she's not really gonna, she's gonna cut through the bull. Like she's not gonna take a lot of shit. So definitely stepping into that energy a lot more now. Let's take a look at your other oracle cards as well. So we have Ant Spirit, time to collaborate, which is actually something I've really felt for you guys. And it's a number 1 as well, which reminds me of Aries again. Very independent. And then we have New Moon in Taurus. There's that Taurus energy coming up again. Prosperity lies ahead. Prosperity lies ahead. So yeah, for a lot of you guys, this could be to do with career or your financial well-being, or this change will end up impacting your financial well-being. The new moon here feels like something, an opportunity to curate your desires, to focus on them and charge ahead for them, putting in the intentions and the work so that they can begin to grow, or so that they continue to grow. Time to collaborate. So again, that message of connecting with others in order to get where you want to go, in order to spread a particular message that you may have as well. And not also, it's also like collaborating between the spiritual and the material, or say a collaboration between your spirit guides and people who maybe aren't interested in this kind of thing. Right, so let me just read this Ant Spirit message as well for you guys. It says, Spirit reminds you that to build your dream, you need to work with others, accept help, and trust in your most important partnership, the one you have with Spirit. Yeah, that's what I felt. It's not only about working with other people, but also about collaborating with your spirit team as well, spiritual team as well. Your intentions, which I spoke about here, will come to fruition if you remain awake and focus on co-creating your reality with others and with Spirit. Remember that the world around you can easily seduce you if you don't have some sort of practice or discipline, like meditation to keep you on track as you build the life you desire. That message of grounding yourself coming through there. And also the heads in the clouds, right? So you have all these dreams, these visions that you want to achieve, but without grounding yourself, without creating the plans, the getting the knowledge, all these different things, without connecting to the material, it will be very hard for you to build that dream that you have. So, or discipline like meditation to keep you on track as you build the life you desire. Okay. Connecting with others and having accountability partners can be very helpful, as it's unlikely that everyone will fall asleep at the same time. Okay. The other message Ant Spirit holds is that you are now at an auspicious time to ask for help and receive it. Whether you need help assembling a team, finding a new tribe, or requesting assistance from others who are there for you, everything is working to support you right now. So if you guys are looking, or you feel like you kind of are lacking a bit of guidance, I guess this video is about guidance, but my guidance to you guys is to ask others who can help you in that way, reaching out to friends, reaching out to family, reaching out to people online, because you never know what kind of connections you can build. And then let's get these self-care messages as well. Ground yourself. Did you see this message here? Sorry, let me just focus this one. Come on. There we go. Ground yourself. Ground yourself. Visualization techniques during meditation, where you imagine roots growing in from your body into the ground. You could also listen to maybe some root chakra beats by neurobeats, whatever they're called, or frequencies that target the root chakra, I don't even know what to call it. And then also grounding, maybe walking on grass, bare feet, being in nature a lot more, stuff like that. But yeah, that's why there's this earthy energy was kind of following you guys in this reading as well. And then also you guys have intuition, which is perfect because you have that High Priestess and the Hierophant card here, which these two cards together literally encompasses your whole reading, which is bringing the things that you cannot see, you cannot tangibly see, hear or know right now, but grounding it in the present, connecting them together. It's like trusting that what you're feeling, hearing, seeing, however you connect, however you intuitively know things. What was I saying? So yeah, trusting that feeling, but also allowing that feeling to help you execute. No, how can we explain this? But not getting lost in it, not doubting it, and allowing it to help you in your material world, if that makes sense. Almost even in this intuition card, you can see there's just different levels of her, this depiction. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4. It's like, yes, this message is coming from my third eye, from outside of myself, but I'm grounding it within myself. Within myself, you see how little this person is and how they've even got flowers on them, as if it's like earth itself. It's grounded within. I hope this is making sense. So guys, that is the advice that I have, that my higher self has for you today. To summarize, because sometimes I feel like my readings can kind of jump everywhere, is my advice to you guys is to trust your intuition, trust the things that maybe you have no physical proof of right now, but making plans, creating schedules, doing the things that are required of you to build these intuitive dreams that you're having, to manifest the things that you wish to bring into this world and the things you wish to have. Also getting in touch with people for help, asking people for help, getting in touch with others as a way of collaboration, and also learning new skills, as things like that. And last but not least, speak up for yourself, ignore what others want for you, and trust your intuition, trust your own desires, and go after it, because you're the only one that can stand in your way. So guys, that is everything that I have for you. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up and comment down below, and I will see you all in my next one. Bye. Option number 2, those of you who chose the tiger's eye, welcome to your reading. I'm just going to put these over here, but I will keep your, what's this called? I will keep your World Unknown archetype card here, because I'm going to flip that over for you guys now. I have already pre-pulled tarot cards because I want to get straight into this, so let's go. Oh, first things first is, when I was shuffling your cards and pulling your tarot cards, I started singing, I can't remember the title of the song, I'm sure it's in the song, but it's the one that's like, it's gonna be, I can see clearly now the rain. Oh god, that would help if my throat didn't crack. I can see clearly now the rain has gone. I can see all the obstacles in my way. Okay, yeah, you guys understand the song. I feel like most of you guys would know that song. Maybe not, but anyway, I'll link it down below, put it on the screen if you guys want to check it out. But we'll see what your reading has to hold. Whoa, okay. Right, that would explain a lot. Right, so your first card is Thanatos. No need to panic. I might be internally screaming for you guys, but that's fine. That's just how I am. I only say that because I've been getting this card a lot, and yeah, but we're going to see the rest of the energies that we have here. So we have the 6 of Swords. We have the 9 of Pentacles reversed. I'm just going to look at it upright for you guys. We have the Hermit card reversed. Okay, they wanted me to put all your cards upright, so I shall do that. We have the 5 of Cups here. And we have the Ace of Wands. That song is still playing in my head. I can see all the obstacles in my way. It's gonna be a bright, 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 sunshiny day. It's gonna be a bright, 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 sunshiny day. Yeah, it's gonna be a bright, sunshining day for you guys. It will be. I just feel like you guys are moving away from a really difficult experience, period of time in your life. A lot of loss, because that's what Thanatos speaks about. It literally symbolizes death. Obviously not physical death. It could be physical death for some of you guys. I mean, you wouldn't be on this reading if you are the one who died. Wow, that was very morbid. Right, okay, enough of those morbid jokes. So yeah, some of you guys could be going I heard dark night of the soul. That's what I actually wanted to say. So some of you guys could be feeling like you're going through a dark night of the soul, where you're just kind of in this darkness, especially with the Hermit card here. You see the Hermit, he has that torch with him, and he is going through a spiritual voyage. It's a very dark, it's very lonely, or it feels that way. There's little light in this time, but it still exists, it still flickers, because there is light within you and there's light within the world. And without being too mushy, there will be, your life will be filled with this brightness again, especially with the Ace of Wands even, that finishes this reading, which is that brand new beginning, that passion, that spark, that initiation of wanting to, I just wanted to say better yourself. So that could be for some of you guys wanting to improve your life and experience. And I'm drawn to the fact that this wand has a couple of leaves kind of on it, and some are falling off, some are just growing again. And I think it's kind of symbolizing this period of time that you're coming into where you're going to be feeling very much reborn. And I feel as well maybe quite tired coming out of this with this Five of Cup cards here. And you might be feeling right now that you're focusing a lot on what you've lost with this Five of Cup cards here, because, you know, he has 3 cups and he's looking at them, but he also has 2 cups over here. He has 2 more cups, 2 more opportunities. Not literally 2 more, but, you know, he has more opportunities. He has more love. He has more excitement to come for him. But currently he's just kind of mourning this loss and looking at that, looking at what has died, what is left, what is gone. But as they say, with every ending there is a new beginning. That's literally how life continues to exist. So, like, it's just the law of the universe. You cannot escape it. So you know that when you come out of this darkness, you will then find light again. Whatever is ending, there will be a new beginning. It just is a fact of life. So the Six of Swords also talks about moving away from a very difficult period of time. You have a lot of different energies here. You have swords, you have pentacles, you have a major arcana, you have wands, you have cups. So you literally have all of the suits here. So you aren't just learning one lesson, one thing. Like, you're not just learning about your emotional well-being, but you're also learning about your mental, your physical, your financial, you know, so many different things, so many different areas of your life are being impacted by this, which is why it can be so overwhelming. You also could be helping someone else out of a dark time as well, and that's kind of impacting you. So let us pull some clarifiers for you. Right, let's get some clarifiers, please. How about the Six of Swords for this shows the tiger's eye? I don't actually know what this tiger's eye is for, but I'm getting the word courage. And you guys might, if you have any tiger's eye around you, maybe you want to hold that closer to you right now, or maybe you want to go and get some. I don't know, but I'll leave the kind of maybe description down below or on the screen now of what it kind of symbolizes or what energy it kind of holds, so that could be useful for you guys. Six of Swords, please. Clarify that for us. Ooh, interesting. So you guys now have the King of Cups coming through here. Learning very important lessons, you guys are. Because whenever I see kings or major arcanas, like at least the figures of major arcanas, I feel like you guys are, you actually have the Four of Swords at the bottom of the deck, which is about healing, rejuvenation, and I feel like you guys are maybe feeling a bit isolated right now. I hope not too isolated, because I keep getting drawn back to this Six of Swords energy where there are like 3 people on this card. So maybe you feel alone, or you have been alone for a lot of this time period, but you're not actually alone. There is some kind of support existing around you, even if it is just your spirit guides around you right now, helping you keep that light on. I'm gonna keep that light on. Anyway, please clarify the Nine of Pentacles. Oh wow, Ace of Pentacles. Remember what I said about that new beginning? You guys are getting a lot of opportunities coming to you. Opportunities for careers and finances, opportunities to do with something that's quite creative as well. Go for the Hermit here, please. Where's the Hermit here? Wow. So we actually have the Queen of Cups coming out now. Queen of Cups. So one of the things you could have been experiencing or learning is really tapping into that feminine emotion a lot more. Like the feminine energy of being receptive, of being, you know, masculine is quite a lot more action orientated, like it wants to go out and do things, whereas the feminine knows that things will come to them, so they sit and wait in trust and in knowing, which is quite a powerful thing, because they don't have to exert too much energy to receive. And it's really quite amazing when you realize that, you know, I don't have to overexhaust myself in order to gain what I need to gain, or in order to receive what is for me. And then we also do have the Seven of Cups reverse. So now you have a lot of cup energy coming out here. So a very emotional time, maybe quite confusing, but also trying to see things clearly now. The ability to see things a lot clearer, to see all these different options that maybe were before you. Maybe it overwhelmed you previously, but now it's almost seeing past this cloud and able to see what resides in each of these options, if that makes sense. So, you know, maybe he saw all of these cups before, but now he can see what actually belongs in each one. He knows which ones to take because he can see a lot clearer now. It's almost that feeling of being able to read when you go through experiences of having maybe bad friendships or bad relationships, and you get to a point when you're like, you heal those experiences, and you realize you can pick up on people a lot quicker than you used to. You can decipher whether someone is going to be for you or they're not, and whether to just like leave them where they are at, basically, which is a really nice skill to have. So can we clarify the Five of Cups, please? Okay, you have the Queen of Wands, which did come out in reverse. I'm going to leave it in reverse. And clarify the Ace of Wands, please. And the Four of Cups in reverse. So again, knowing what opportunities to take, being willing to take the opportunities that are given to you. You see this cup is giving him, this hand is giving him something. This could even be an opportunity in love, possibly for some of you guys with this energy here, which is funny because you have the Knight of Cups. So an opportunity to connect with others. I did kind of feel this in option number one, so maybe that's quite a collective energy happening where you guys are looking to connect emotionally more with people. This could be platonically or romantically. It doesn't just have to be romantically. Just really quickly want to touch on the Thanatos card. No matter where you are, no matter how far you come, be there in a hurry. Don't have to worry. This wasn't your song before, was it? Because now I'm getting, because there ain't no mountain high enough, ain't no mountain low enough, ain't no river wide. I think I had that in option number one. To keep me from getting to... No, I didn't. Why is that song in my head now? Me from getting to you, babe. Ain't no mountain high enough, ain't no river low enough, ain't no valley wide enough to keep me from you. But that's quite a not motivational, but quite a moving song. And in terms of moving, I mean like literally it gives you the energy of wanting to move, of wanting to take action. So maybe that's also what you guys are in, a bit of that energy here, where you're ready to take action towards something, and again you can see clearer now. So Thanatos. The true archetypal resonance of Thanatos cannot be easily assimilated or contained. Death is ongoing and omnipresent. Okay, death is ongoing and omnipresent, an internal response to the gift of birth. What did I say? You cannot have one without the other. Witnessing the end of another being, creature, phase, or stage has deep consequences for the psyche. We are forever changed by Thanatos as it sweeps us under its wings, making us relinquish control in every form. That kind of gives me that, actually. Being tossed up in this kind of whirlwind, this blur. It leaves a mark of ash upon our heart, signifying we have touched the cusp of the underworld and will return to the land of the living eventually. Then with more compassion and wisdom to share with these kings and queens of cups here, that's exactly what they give you. This capacity is needed in our world. One who has faced the annihilation of Thanatos can face anything. When this card appears, it signifies an initiation into the underworld. So they could be grieving, mourning, bearing witness to all that is. So facing death leads us to truth, which is funny because I feel like, again, yeah, going through this darkness has allowed you to see things a lot better, to see what is true. Even that example of being able to decipher people's intentions a lot easier and faster than you maybe previously have. Gosh, I feel like I've gone through this reading very quickly. Let's pull these oracle cards, shall we? I love this. So we have a new moon, a new start is coming. So we have new moon, a new start is coming. And then we also have squirrel spirit, believe in yourself. Number 57. So yeah, that again, that I know it is. A new start is coming for you guys, especially with these aces, this ace energy here. And new opportunities, I should say. Especially as you kind of ground yourself, as you kind of take charge of your life again. Especially if it has felt a bit chaotic and out of control. Then believe in yourself. You have accumulated wisdom and experience and are surrounded by all you need. An abundance of resources is available to you through generosity of spirit and all your hard work. This is that Nine of Pentacles energy here. Squirrel spirit shows up when you need reminding that the acorns you have gathered and stored away have enormous potential to grow. So relax into knowing there is always enough and you have what it takes to co-create the reality you want to experience. Through diligent preparation, you have gained wisdom and strength. How much potential you have. Believe in yourself, for Spirit believes in you. I want you to know you have enough and are enough. Doesn't that truth make you feel safe and secure? It should, for you have everything you need right now. I like that. I feel like it ties in everything that we've spoken about here, that essence of the truth, of knowing that you're not really alone, of knowing that you're always supported in everything that you do, in knowing that you guys are making the right decisions for yourself, in knowing that when there is darkness, there is always light, and with death, there is always birth, there is always a new beginning. So let us also take these cards. So, what did I say? Oh, it was that song, Ain't No Man High Enough. I literally said that song is a song of movement. So, you guys have movement here. And then you also have take a walk. Oh, gosh. We also have take a walk. And I just said take a walk on the wild side. So, yeah, it's like Spirit wants you to get out again. The message from my higher self to you is to get out, to start moving your body, to start I don't know, just start regenerating that energy within you. When you are going through this kind of dark night of the soul or whatever it may be, these difficult periods of time, you do find yourself starting to coop yourself up in your room, in your house, whatever it may be, and losing touch with your body, losing touch with the world. And even if you don't talk to anyone while you're out, you just start seeing so many different personalities, and everything just seems bigger than who you are, if that makes sense, and everything doesn't seem as intense as well. If you're feeling quite anxious, obviously take a walk in somewhere that you know is quiet, or take a walk during a quieter time of the day. Sorry, I just had it. Okay guys, your message was shorter than pile number 1, so I apologize for that, but that is everything that I have for you. I hope you enjoyed this reading. If you did, please give it a thumbs up and comment down below. If you are new here, I'd like to see more from me. I post mostly spiritual and lifestyle content, and you can subscribe down below, and I will see you all in my next one. Bye. Hi there, option number 3, those of you who chose the Citrine here, welcome to your reading. I have already pulled tarot cards for you guys, and we're going to start off with the Wild Unknown archetype card as well. Again, I think I got another song for you guys. I might have just been singing, who knows, but I mean, I do love music, so it's not a surprise that I keep getting music messages. So I heard the song that goes, "Be patient, love is kind." Well, we've been having a lot of love songs, but not in the way that's like a romantic love song, but like a kind of upbeat love song, to be honest. So love is definitely in the air. Again, not necessarily romantically, but it's just in the air. Love is in the air, do 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 do. Love is in the air. No, okay, let's just go. I'm feeling very giddy as well, so I don't know if that's your guys' energy or what, but I'm feeling very giddy for your reading. So first of all, you guys have the 4 of Swords. You got the 5 of Wands reversed. You have the 2 of Swords. And you have the World card first. I can't change, even if I try. And for your Wild Unknown, you guys have the Ring. Interessante. This greeny blue is definitely standing out to me, which is usually to do with the throat chakra. So it's funny that both your sword cards, which kind of symbolize that kind of energy, are about not communicating, or about kind of being in a standstill almost. So the Ring and the World card kind of have similar energies in that they are about uniting or a completion or something. A symbolization of coming together, of oneness. You guys might be in conflict with someone at the moment, or feeling like you kind of keep getting into conflict with someone, and this is something you've been trying to avoid. Or it's not like you guys want to be in the conflict with the person, is what I'm trying to say here with the 5 of Wands in reverse. It's kind of like shutting yourself off so that you don't say the wrong thing, so that you're not being horrible, so that you basically don't have to be in this conflictual situation anymore. So Wild card in reverse. The thing with the Wild card is it's surrounded by all fixed signs. It's got Leo, what else have we got on here? Leo, Aquarius, Taurus and Scorpio energy on there. So they're all fixed elements. Fixed signs even. And the thing with fixed energy, it's kind of stubborn as well. Like it doesn't move very easily. It's like kind of almost a song I was singing, like, what was the song I was singing? I can't change, even if I tried, even if I wanted to. I feel like with fixed signs, it's like if it's not their idea, they're not going to do it. So I want to know more about this ring. Okay, the ring, the infinite, the wheel, the connection. The ring is an image of connectedness. Rather than viewing life as linear, as a series of progressive achievements, the ring challenges us to sense the cyclical, infinite nature of our world and experiences. Beginnings and endings fall by the wayside as we practice seeing ourselves as part of the cosmic circulatory of creation. For this reason, it is no surprise a ring is worn on the finger to present eternal love that surpasses time, space, and worldly things. So much can be projected onto this archetypal image because it mimics the Earth's orbit around our... Oh goodness me, why am I reading like that? Because it mimics the Earth's orbit around our great sun and the intimate bond between two lovers. It is the micro and macro united. This card calls us to deepen connection with self, others, and the world at large. Meanwhile, there may be a literal ring waiting to adorn your finger. Okay. So, tells us to deepen connection with self, others, and the world at large, which is self, others, and the world at large. Comprende? Right, so interesting. I want to pull some more cards for you guys because I feel like... What are you trying to tell me? Ooh, okay, 8 of Cups just wanted to ping out self out there, so I'm going to just put this up here. Let's clarify the 4 of Swords, please, for the ring here. Sorry, not for the ring, even for the Citrine pile. For advice for Citrine, please, why is the 4 of Swords here? Give me clarification for that. The Magician in reverse. The Magician in reverse can kind of be a bit egotistical. Feel like they kind of know it all. Again, similar to that fixed sign energy of where they don't want to make a change or make a decision unless they feel like they're the one who came up with the idea. Clarify that 5 of Wands, please. Okay, we have the King of Cups and the 10 of Pentacles reversed. This is very interesting. Clarify the 2 of Swords here, please. 9 of Cups reversed. Which is also about emotional satisfaction, but satisfaction of your own needs. I don't know whether you guys are trying to find a way to kind of satisfy yourself. Clarify the Wild card here, please. That's the Wild card here. And then the 4 of Pentacles in reverse, which again, 4 of Pentacles upright, it's kind of a bit of that fixed sign energy, stubbornness, feeling like there's a lack of something so that you can't give it away. So we do have it in reverse here with the World card in reverse. So there is almost this message of like what you give comes back to you. So don't be afraid to give to others. Don't be afraid to open yourself up to others, whether that is actually just emotionally opening up as well. It's like, trust your intuition, but don't trust your anxieties or fears. Make sure that that message isn't coming from that area. Because the King of Cups has kind of mastered that idea. The idea of being level-headed emotionally, without being overly controlling, with being fair, with being considerate, with being caring. It's like avoiding the bickering, not trying to just get your... It's almost like I'm seeing the example of something like a very petty argument in couples, and the couple... And it's like one person always ends up being the one to apologize because the other person is very stubborn and doesn't want to apologize. It's not that they don't want to reconcile the whole thing, but it's just that they just have it in their head like, well, why should I be the one to apologize? You know? So it's kind of that feeling here where it's like a very almost insignificant situation. Sorry if it is to you guys, but that's just how it feels, that in the grand scheme of things, it doesn't seem that serious. I wonder why this Eight of Cups has popped out here. Okay, for the Eight of Cups here. The Moon card. There is a lot of water energy here. So you have the Moon. Let me just show you that very quickly. Kind of came out in reversed. Almost, to be honest, it came out like that, but this feels like almost a message of like, make sure you are seeing things clearly again, because the Moon isn't as stable as the King. It's kind of overtaken by emotions, and you even have the crab. Well, it was a lobster down here. It's, what am I trying to say here? Yeah, the Moon doesn't think 100% logically because it's overtaken by emotions, and you can't only take into account your emotions sometimes. Sometimes you do need to take into account the logic, because it kind of shows you all the facts of the matter, I guess you could say. Like the emotion part of, say, that petty argument could be, well, I don't want to admit that I was wrong. Or it could, no, sorry, the emotions could be like, well, I was right, so why would I apologize? But the fact of the matter is, in the grand scheme of things, you were only arguing over the fact that the timer on the toast actually means the time that it takes to toast something, and not how toasty the toast will be. So silly. You see what I mean? Like, it's so silly, but it's like, if I just reconcile with this person, if I'm just like, oh, I'm so sorry about how I approached that situation, we would actually have made up by now. But sorry, but because I don't want to, because my ego's getting in the way here, I don't want to do that. So it's like dragging out the situation because you're not seeing things clearly, because there's too much emotions happening here. But you have the Four of Wands at the bottom of the deck there, which is about that connectedness, about that unity here. I think this is what this advice is coming to bring you, is just remember that, I don't know if you guys are in relationships, maybe. This could be for some of you guys. Because I'm getting the message of like, remember why you're doing this, or remember that it's you guys against, it should be you guys against people. It shouldn't be you guys against each other, if that makes sense. As long as it's healthy, goodness me, please. As long as it's healthy, please take this advice, consider it, and make your own decisions when it comes to these shit. But yes, I'm gonna do my best. Right, so the Magician, Four of Wands. Let me see what else we got here. Clarify that energy, please. Four of Wands and, sorry, Four of Swords even, and Magician. Okay, the Eight of Swords here, which is about being trapped by your own logic. Again, your own ideas, your own logic, because in the Eight of Swords, she could release herself, but she decides not to because she feels like she's trapped, but really she's attached to a bunch of swords, so she could really set herself free. Again, that message, just reiterating that feeling of, don't allow your limitations, or your limited limitation, your mental limitations to get in the way of your true desires, or get in the way of the truth of something, getting in the way of connectedness. You guys could even be like with a I'm hearing spouse, but also with like a fiance or something like that. I'm even seeing the situation of, which is funny, I was thinking about it just before I started your reading, but Made in Chelsea, and how there was this whole, on Made in Chelsea, there was this one of the storylines was about Maeva wanting to get married, but her partner James wasn't ready yet, and he didn't want to propose, but because she had it in her head that she really wanted to get married above his own kind of wishes, and also above how he wanted to do things, like he wanted to be the one to propose, the whole situation ended up just not being didn't live up to the idea or the dream that they both wanted, because one person wanted to put themselves above the other, or one person couldn't get past their own idea of like, well, we should be married by now, so let me propose to you, basically.
Jim, stay there. Would you marry me?
Maeva, babe. Whew. Get up, get up, get up. Maeva, I can't say yes. This is silly.
Oh, what do you mean?
What I mean is no. I'm not letting you propose to me. Never in a million years would I let you propose to me.
Oh my God. You're joking, right?
I'm not joking. I'm never in a million years. Babe, why did you think that was a good idea?
So because they couldn't get past that, it kind of tarnished the whole situation. So I just want to clear this up just a little bit. There we go. Okay. Let's get some oracle cards for you guys. Okay, interesting. So you guys have a full moon in Taurus. Your dreams need a practical plan, which is kind of funny. Okay. And then we also have Rhino Spirit, which has overcome any obstacle. It might be in reverse. But this is so funny because it's like two very masculine charging animals here. You have like a bull and a rhino. Could I be any more clear on this? Yeah, don't be bulldozing your way through to get where you want to go. Like, it's very possible to overcome obstacles without being mean, without letting your ego get in the way of things, you know? With your dreams need a practical plan here as well. Again, it's like thinking just a little bit more, taking a step back to reconsider things, to think things over. And here's your dreams with the 9 of Cups there. Whatever it is that you want for yourself, you are able to get. Just take into account the whole picture. Let's just do this very quickly. Your protection message, sorry. Your protection message for the Rhino Spirit is: the appearance of an obstacle in front of you offers you a choice. Here, that choice actually, I didn't even mention that. 2 of Swords, the choice. Barrel into it and bang your head, or find your easiest way around it and don't fight it. Are you exhausted by your efforts to break through an obstacle? Are you stubbornly insisting that there is only one way to remove it from your path? Rhino Spirit is here to tell you that sometimes the answer is no. Sometimes it is no, not yet. And sometimes it is no, not the way you think it should be. Open to new possibilities, and you will find other options begin to appear. Not every conflict is worth engaging in. Not every obstacle is worth resisting head on. Don't waste energy banging your head against the wall. Yes, okay. And here with the needs a practical plan, like there is another way to do the thing, to get what you want to get. And it doesn't also just... The examples I was using is mostly about relationships and stuff like that, but it really doesn't have to be that. It could be like you're having conflict at work, or there's just something in your life that you kind of want to do something your way, but actually maybe there is a way that Spirit has been trying to tell you, or someone else even has been trying to tell you might be a little bit easier. And maybe if you open yourself up and consider it, you might get to that destination a little bit quicker and without more resistance, the path of least resistance. So we've got some more oracle cards here. Oh gosh. Okay, so you guys have a sweet treat, which you have the number 50 again. So the number 5, which is about conflict as well. So sweet treats, and also rest. Rest, guys. Put it to rest, whatever it is. Take a step back, calm yourself down, rest. I don't know exactly what the scenario is here. I feel like there's going to be different scenarios, so I just feel like if you are trying to do something, you just keep hitting a wall, even if it's you're working on a project and you just cannot seem to get it where it needs to go. Just take some time out, take a step away from the situation, and then come back to it after a couple of days of rest or something like that, just so that you can see things a bit more clearly. And I feel like sweet treats here are literally just like, again, that's kind of that Taurus energy of giving yourself some pleasure, giving yourself some lightheartedness, indulging a little bit in something that maybe you wouldn't usually indulge in, and just get a bit of, you know, sweetness in your life, a bit of positivity in your life, because it can actually cheer you up so much better. Even if you're not someone who wants to, like, you know, eat a lot of chocolates and sweets and stuff like that, sweet treats exist in healthier ways too. So fruits, I don't know, like those bar things, like granola bars, but like healthy ones, stuff like that. So if you want to do that in a healthier way, there's a way to kind of get that little sweet fix without going overboard. So I think that is everything I'd have for you. I feel like I just want to pull one more message. Is there any more guidance that I have? Okay. 3 of Wands. Be patient. Be patient, because what you want is coming to you. And also hearing what you need is coming to you as well. So just be patient with that. You need to be you don't need to be taking action right now, is what I feel. Like, you guys need to just be chilling. You deserve to be relaxing. You deserve to be chilling right now, so long as it's not, you know, obviously taking into consideration what this is pertaining to, but yeah, you've done what you need to do at this point in time. In order to grow, in order to expand, you just need to wait for what is coming for you. What good things are coming to you, I should say. Right, guys, that is everything that I have for you. If you enjoyed this reading, please give it a thumbs up and comment down below. If you are new here and want to see more from me, I post mostly spiritual and lifestyle content, and you can subscribe down below. And I will see you all in my next one. Bye. Hi there, option number 4. Those of you who chose the blue Howlite here, welcome to your reading. So I'm going to put these over here, and we're going to start off with your wild unknown archetypes, and I've already pulled some tarot cards for you as well. Okay, let's get started. Let's start these. So you guys have the 3 of Wands reversed. My wrist is kind of hurting me. You have the 9 of Cups. 9 of Cups. You have the Hermit card reversed. The 3 of Cups. And I felt like playing one extra one for you guys, so you guys have the Knight of Swords reversed. So I've been getting song messages when I start each pile for some reason. So you guys was Ed Sheeran, I See Fire. Not sure why, but that was the song that just randomly came to me. So maybe it will relate, maybe it won't. Maybe I will really regret saying that. Who knows? Anyway, your other card is the 1. You guys might have been drawn to option number 3 as well, actually, because they kind of had a message about connectedness. You actually do have 2 3s here and XXX on this card. So 3s could be significant to you right now. Maybe you're seeing 3s a lot. Seeing synchronicities, at least. I was literally about to say at least. And then I was about to... Oh my gosh, I feel like I'm talking in echoes. So this is love. So this is love. actually have no idea what I'm feeling for you guys. Okay, let's get into this pile, please. Do you know what? I want to start off by reading your Wild Unknown Archetype card, just because I'm feeling a little bit longer than usual to get into the energy of this pile. So I want to see what energy I should hone in on for you guys. Right, so the one, I should say. The one is about non-duality. One love, unos mundos. Our ability to experience this archetype firsthand is limited. It comes in brief and potent moments that we are left to savor for a lifetime. The one is both the energy that unites all living beings and our capacity to sense this intimate union. This archetype eludes us most of our lives, appearing as a concept in a distant galaxy. Yet when we are in the midst of its power, a solemn reverence falls across all the land. We glimpse ourselves in the vastness of all consciousness and are neither small nor large within that field. We are neither important nor unimportant. All duality fades away and we are left with what is, the precious knowing that life is a gift, and we are both the giver and receiver of this fortune. So a message of connectedness, which the only card I feel that brings that is Three of Cups here. So I want to know how this is coming together. I'm gonna have to go straight ahead and pull clarifiers for you guys, because I am struggling immensely with this pile. So, clarifiers, please. Wait, okay. Let me see how many cards I've got there. Interesting. I think it's really interesting how they've all just come out together, and in the right amount of cards as well, and almost that message of the one not being duality, not being one or the other, but both things together, all things together actually, I want to say. Balance, justice here, all things together, collaboration. I don't know whether you guys have been feeling a bit lost or lonely when it comes to partnerships, when it comes to friendships maybe as well. Just feeling like you haven't really, or you're not really experiencing this give and take, this ability to receive love or receive things from others, whether that is advice, guidance, financial aid, anything. And also, yeah, it feels like a receive, not being able to receive it, or you feel like you haven't really received it. I'm going to clarify this Knight of Pentacles here. Where's the Knight of Pentacles here, please? Where's the Knight of Pentacles here? The Judgment? I actually had wake up call. A wake up call. The Nine of Cups. It's almost a little bit of an element of like self-pity, like feeling a bit down about yourself and the opportunities available to you and the circumstances that are surrounding you right now. Like, you know, I don't really have any friends, I don't really have a partner, anyone I can really spend time with. Like, you know, you wanted to feel that connectedness. You want to feel that joy, that happiness. Sun at the bottom of the deck here. Like a sword of advice. The Six of Cups with the Knight of Swords in reverse. Again, Six of Cups is kind of that feeling of closeness, of love, of familiarity. Is that what you guys are wanting? That connection? I didn't even show you what cards came out. So you had the Two of Cups here with the Hermit card in reverse. I hope you guys don't feel offended about me saying like about the self-pity thing, because I don't necessarily want it to come across that like you don't deserve these things or you shouldn't want these things, because you absolutely are entitled to want these things. Everyone at some point or another desires connection, because we are humans and that's like a part of our experience. And I think that's just kind of the mode that you're in at this moment. A desire for connection. And maybe a part of what I'm meant to advise you on right now is that it's okay to feel that. It's okay to desire that and want that. And to receive that as well. There was another card that wanted to come out with this one. I put it back because I was like, everyone's only getting one card. But now I'm kind of regretting it. Because there's almost like this air of mysticism around this energy here. Like I can't quite grasp what it is that I meant to tell you guys. Let's see, can we clarify the one energy here, please? Can we clarify this? So we have the Nine of Wands reversed. One's reversed though. So I think one message here is about you guys stepping out of your shells. Stop not hiding in the dark anymore. Not hiding behind your other friends if you feel connected to them. Like, you know, when you go out to like situations, parties, stuff like that, like not just sticking with them, but actually going out and mingling or talking about things. Or I know it's a lot scarier when you're in the moment than me just being like, go and do it. Like, it's not that easy for some people, but if that's what you kind of want, then you should definitely take the steps to initiate that with others. Because here with the Six of Pentacles and what the one describes, it is a reciprocal situation. It isn't just one-sided. Like, you can't only receive love, but you must give it as well. And that's not saying you're not loving or anything like that. Sorry, just got to change the battery. Yeah, so not saying anything about your ability to give, to give love or anything like that. But I do just want to advise you on the fact that it is important that you step out of your comfort zone here. That's what you are at least being called to do right now, which means that you're capable of doing it. And yeah, you're capable of, with this Knight of Pentacles, I almost got the phrase of like, you know, you want someone to come in and rescue you. But it's like you are your own knight in shining armor. You are able to get what you want to get, to reach your own desires. So if connection or whatever it is what you want, then you are able to get that from initiating within yourself. By the Three of Cups and Justice. Oh, that's a lot of energy. Right, so we have the Fool card, we have the Ace of Pentacles, we have the Two of Swords. Sorry, I don't know if any of you guys actually saw those cards, but I'm filming. Right, here we go. Fool card, Ace of Pentacles, Two of Swords. Okay. Yeah, I almost feel like the Fool card actually is about taking a leap of faith as well. There's a lot of Pentacle energy here. We've got Ace of Pentacles as well. So this could be about going after your dream career, you know, getting interviews for things that maybe you tell yourself that you're not qualified for. You tell yourself that you'll never get, but you guys need to step out of that comfort zone in order to get what you dream about getting. And learn to trust more in yourself and your capabilities. So I'm going to pull some your oracle cards. I want to see what else it says. Okay, here we go. So we have the new moon in Leo with confidence is your key to success. I'm pretty sure all of the decks had new moons, which is quite interesting. So there's a lot about initiation, there's a lot about putting out there your desires, your manifestations, and I'm pretty sure there is a Sagittarius moon. I don't know if it's a full moon or it's probably a full moon coming up. So I'm sure I saw an astrologer talking about the fact that you guys could manifest it'll be a good time to manifest your desires right now. So, and also manifest freedom. So freedom from things that you feel are restricting you. So if you feel like your lack of confidence is restricting you, then that could be something that you put out to the universe that you kind of want to change. And you might be put in situations where you have to break out of that. And also that message of like, fake it till you make it. No one is 100% confident. Well, most people are not 100% confident most of the time. So just when something scares you the most, it probably means that you should be doing it, unless it's actually dangerous. But, you know, yeah, don't be too afraid. And we also have, I don't know, I feel like I need to say the number 34 here. Number 34 with the hummingbird spirit, which says be here now. So yeah, confidence is your key to success. That is a very important key to success here, because I see there's a lot of success available to you. A lot of pentacles here. There's a lot of potential that is here, but it's not like it hasn't quite been executed just yet, I think, for most of you guys. So let's see about 34 as well. One message I'm getting from the one being your kind of main advice or energy here is that you are connected to everything and everyone. So if you look at someone and see that you're like, oh my gosh, they're so confident, they just know how to move around people, they know how to draw in attention in the right way and all these different things, then because you're able to notice that skill in someone else, you clearly have that skill within you. Otherwise, how would you know what that skill is? I hope that makes sense. So even if you have to kind of imitate them in small ways just to kind of help you build into yourself a bit more, do that. Like, don't be afraid to... Do you know what? It's okay to be afraid, actually. I know I keep saying don't be afraid, but it's okay to be afraid. It's just what you do with that fear that actually defines who you are. Like, that's what makes you brave or not so brave, is what you do when you are scared. What you do when maybe your body isn't telling, your mind is telling you no. Because we're more than just our mind. We're more than just what our brain limits us to, because it's full of so many different like constructions and other people's ideas and thoughts and what other people have told us that we should do and who we are. And a lot of the time it takes a lot of what's the word, deconstructing these ideas and deconstructing and bringing it into awareness, your subconscious, so that you can be the version of yourself that you actually want to be a lot easier. Okay, so the hummingbird's wings beat so swiftly it can hover in seeming stillness as it drinks deeply from a flower. Hummingbird spirit comes to remind you that the beauty and sweetness of life is in the eternal now, the timeless present. Here and now, you are becoming the person you wish to be, to have the experience you wish to have. Focus your energy on the flower before you, for what you desire is being provided. Yes, there are blossoms everywhere. The choices can be dazzling. Hummingbird's spirit message is that you have no need to go about in search of something better, for all that you require and desire is before you. You will know this is you become still, feeling your connection to spirit who loves you unconditionally and will always provide for you. Yeah, so this is about stepping into the person that you've dreamt about being, the person you desire to be, that you've been longing with this 3 of Wands here, longing to be. If you've been kind of feeling like, I feel like for most of you guys, you wouldn't be on this if you were extremely anxious and nervous about this, but I think you've been wanting to, I think you've known inside for a little while that it's time for you to kind of step out a little bit more, time for you to be a bit more adventurous, outgoing, connect and communicate with others a lot more, because this energy wouldn't have arisen in this reading if you weren't already thinking about it, if that makes sense. Which probably means that it's time for you to do it, and that you will be really great at doing it right now. It's like a prime time for you to act. So I know I keep saying don't be afraid, but it's okay to be afraid, but just be mindful with what you're doing with that fear, and don't allow that fear to make the decisions for you. Okay, here we go. We also do have connect with crystals. So we have here connect with crystals, and we have nourish your temple. Your temple, I almost feel that message of like what is within is without, and I think I've completely butchered it, but like when you feel good within yourself, you start to embody that in the outer world. You start to kind of even just radiate this positive like energy and stuff like that. So you can even see these little rays of colors coming off of this person who is nourishing their insides. And this is nourishing with the good food, nourishing it with positive ideas, good positive thoughts, you know, just making sure that you're feeding your body in the right way. And that goes for feeding your body in terms of like the media that you consume. Do you follow people that make you feel extra insecure? Are you following people that are inspiring you and helping you become the version of yourself that you actually want to be? Also connect with crystals. Obviously crystals carry energy as well, so if there's a kind of energy that you want to embody, if that's confidence, if that is creativity, if that is the idea of expansion or being admired or sought after, or whatever it is, there are crystals for that. So why not use those to your advantage and start wearing crystals that kind of embody the energy that you want to give? And even if it is more like a what is the word, placebo effect, then why not just try what you can so that you can become the version of yourself that you were meant to be. I'm very excited for you guys. I feel like you guys are gonna be, you know, just own yourself, own it. That's what I feel like. You just should own it. I don't know what you have to own, but you're gonna own it. So guys, that is the end of this reading. If you enjoyed it, please give it a thumbs up and comment down below. I actually had to stop the timer, so I don't know how long your reading was. Apologies if it was a lot shorter than the rest. I am so sorry. I literally just read until the messages are done, because I think if I do more than that, they start getting very confusing for me and for you guys. So if you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up and comment down below. If you are new here and want to see more from me, I post mostly spiritual and lifestyle content, and you can subscribe down below, and I will see you all on my next one. Bye.